welcome to the Qdo Maintenance channel. Today, we are maintaining an RTX 3080 sent in by a customer. As usual, let's check the condition first. Man, the condition is touching. I have no idea what kind of treatment it has endured. The stress test result was a 95.8% pass rate, which is quite unsatisfactory. The core and junction temperatures were 80 Celsius and 9 C, which are okay. Now, let's tear it down and see if the interior is just as filthy. Basically, every single screw is buried in dust. It's practically overflowing. As you can see, even the small fan on the back is covered in dust. It's very hard to open using the usual method. This means the thermal pads still have some conductivity, as they are sticking very tightly. However, the thermal paste is almost completely dried out, indicating it hasn't been replaced in a very long time. And I believe it's not hard to notice that the dust here is so old it's starting to become stringy. Surprisingly, the PCB is actually quite clean. The outer casing components have turned yellow. It's hard to imagine how that happened, since it's like this. The heatsink definitely won't disappoint you either. My favorite fans didn't let me down. After disassembly, remove all thermal pads. Save them to measure their thickness later. Alright, now let's take a look at all the components after the deep teardown. Okay, now let's give it some careful treatment, because it is so incredibly dirty. I'm using the water gun directly to do a simple cleaning of the surface dust. Add a small amount of laundry powder first. Focus here on the heatsink and the fans, cleaning the surface dust. If the summer heat isn't enough, we have this. After cleaning most of the surface dust, we need to further scrub every component and every corner for general dust. Just adding an appropriate amount of detergent is enough, but long-standing dust usually binds together with some oily substances, so you need to use some degreasing products to assist with the cleaning. Since the PCB is relatively clean, just use the magic water to clean it. After washing, rinse off the residue with water to avoid stains from the magic water. After rinsing the PCB, it must be dried immediately to prevent slight corrosion from the water. Once all parts have undergone preliminary cleaning, the final step is ultrasonic cleaning. After ultrasonic cleaning, you also need to use plenty of fresh water to rinse away the cleaning agent residue, and it must be blown dry immediately after rinsing to avoid corrosion. After blowing it dry, the next step is to use a constant temperature drying oven for the final drying process. Set it to 80°C for 300 minutes. Now let's look back at how messy it was. And now look at it after maintenance. If there is too much dust on the graphics card, it needs to be cleaned in a timely manner. It's just like an air conditioner filter. If not cleaned for a long time, the dust can affect your health. After checking that all items are clean, arrange the cleaned screws according to their parts. This will speed up the assembly process. First, place the fans and route the cables according to the original positions. Then tighten all screws to secure them. Next, fix the heatsink in place and screw it down. Then install the outer casing parts one by one. The heatsink section is now complete. Now, measure the thermal pads we saved earlier. Cutting and applying thermal pads is one of the tasks that requires the most patience and precision. If they are too thick, they will push up the heatsink, resulting in poor contact with the core, causing high temperatures, black screens, or crashes. If they don't touch the heatsink properly, the heat won't dissipate, which could burn the card. So if your skills aren't great, but you like doing it yourself, you can buy some softer thermal pads with a higher compression rate to increase your margin for error. Put on the heatsink, plug in the cables, and the graphics card is fully assembled. Now, let's test the results after maintenance. The pass rate went from 95% when it arrived to 98.3% now. The core temperature dropped from 80°C to 70°C. The junction temperature also dropped from 90°C to 81°C. The appearance has returned to a 99% new, used by a girl condition. Hopefully, the owner will treat it well from now on. That's it for this episode. Thanks for watching. See you next time.